Ever looked at your bank account and thought, yikes, my money is losing value faster than a banana left out in the summer sun? Then you look over at crypto, and it seems like everyone is speaking a mix of matrix code and Elvish. You want to dip your toe in, but you are absolutely terrified of clicking the wrong button and sending your hard-earned cash into a digital black hole. Trust me, I get it. The crypto world is filled with terms that sound like sci-fi villains, and the fear of getting hacked is very real. But don't worry, you don't need a computer science degree to navigate this space safely. Welcome back to Simple Sense, the place where we make sense of your sense without giving you a massive headache. Today, we are stripping away the confusing jargon and breaking down how to securely buy Bitcoin, how to store it so nobody can touch it, what the heck DeFi actually means, and how to build a crypto strategy that won't keep you awake at night. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
First up, let's talk about buying your very first fraction of a Bitcoin. You don't need to buy a whole coin, by the way. You can buy $5 worth if you want, but where you buy it matters immensely. Think of choosing a crypto exchange like choosing a real-world bank. You wouldn't hand your life savings to a sketchy guy operating out of a trench coat in an alley, right? So don't use unregulated, obscure sites just because an influencer told you to. Stick to the massive, highly regulated giants. We are talking about platforms that are publicly traded or have massive regulatory oversight. When you set up your account, you are going to face something called KYC, which stands for Know Your Customer. It is just a fancy term for verifying your identity with an ID, just like opening a traditional bank account. Once you are in, turn on two-factor authentication immediately. And no, text message codes do not count, being your basic.
Use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or a physical security key. It takes an extra 10 seconds, but it blocks 99% of automated attacks. Now, once you buy your crypto, keeping it on the exchange is like leaving your expensive jewelry sitting on the counter at the jewelry store. Sure, they have security, but it is not technically in your hands. If the exchange goes bust, your crypto could vanish. That is why we use a hardware wallet, often called cold storage. It looks like a fancy thumb drive, but it is actually a mini secure computer that keeps your private keys, which are the digital signatures that unlock your funds, completely offline. Let's look at the top contenders. First, we have the Ledger Nano series. They are incredibly popular, look like sleek USB drives, and have a great app interface. However, some users dislike their recent optional cloud backup features. If you want something entirely open source, meaning anyone can audit the code to ensure there are no backdoors, you look at Trezor. Their Safe series is incredibly popular, look like sleek USB drives, and have a great app and tears is different dangers in the Kazaa process. Finally, for the ultimate Bitcoin purist, there is the BitBox O2. It is minimalist, rugged, and focuses intensely on security. Whichever you choose, expect to spend between $80 to $200. It is a small price to pay to become your own bank. Just remember the golden rule. Write down your seed phrase, that random list of 12 to 24 words the device gives you on paper. Never take a photo of it, never type it into your phone, and never lose it. If you lose that paper and your device breaks, your crypto is gone forever. Alright, let's pivot to the biggest buzzword in the room, DeFi. This stands for decentralized finance. I know, it sounds incredibly dry, but it is actually pretty wild. Think of traditional finance like a massive old-school casino where the bank is the house. The bank takes your deposits, lends them to other people at high interest rates, gives you a measly 0.01% return, and the rest. DeFi cuts out the middleman entirely. Instead of a bank, DeFi uses smart contracts, which are just automated programs running on a blockchain that execute agreements automatically when certain conditions are met. Imagine a vending machine. You put the money in, the machine verifies the money, and it drops the soda. No cashier needed. In DeFi, you can lend your crypto directly to someone else through these automated systems and earn the interest yourself. But here is the catch. Because there is no bank, there is also no FDIC insurance. If the code has a bug, or if a clever hacker finds a flaw in the smart contract, your funds can disappear instantly. It is a high-yield world, but it is also the digital Wild West. For beginners, it is best to treat DeFi like a high-risk science experiment. Don't put anything in there that you cannot afford to lose entirely. So how do you actually build a crypto portfolio without turning your life into a non-stop emotional roller coaster? The answer is simple: asset allocation and dollar cost averaging. Look at the data. Historically, Bitcoin has experienced massive drops of 80% or more during market downturns. If you put your entire rent money into it, you are going to have a bad time. A smart conservative approach for an ordinary investor is to limit crypto to a small single-digit percentage of your total net worth, say 3 to 5%. Within that crypto bucket, you want to focus heavily on the blue chips. Bitcoin is the digital gold, the most secure and established asset, so it should form the bedrock of your portfolio, usually 60 to 70%. The rest can go into established smart contract platforms like Ethereum. To actually buy it, do not try to time the market. You will fail. Instead, set up an automatic buy every week or every month. Whether the price is up or down, you buy the same dollar amount. Over time, this smooths out the wild price swings and removes all the emotional stress. Crypto doesn't have to be a terrifying gamble. By using a secure exchange, moving your assets to a hardware wallet, staying cautious with DeFi, and investing small, consistent amounts, you can explore this new financial frontier safely. Before we go, here's the official compliance note. This video contains general advice and educational content only. I am a witty scriptwriter, not your personal financial advisor or accountant. Cryptocurrency is highly volatile, so please do your own research or consult with a certified professional before making any financial moves. If this video made your finance journey a little less boring, hit that like button, subscribe to Simple Sense, and let me know in the comments if you prefer Ledger or Trezor. Until next time, keep your sense simple sense, and let me know in the comments if you prefer Ledger or Trezor. Until next time, keep your sense simple.